In the final episode of the Create SMP, Keeleel constructs an enormous tower in his valley, harnesses the power of redstone to build an elevator, takes a look at his completion through the trees of his first build, chauffeurs his spirited friend through his base, and leaves a final note behind in the tower. Now that Serenity is defeated and Zytera is safe, what will Keeleel do next? Alright, I've brought us over here in the redstone testing world to start this episode because, as you might have heard in the last episode, this episode is all about the tower. And I'm going to have the reference image of the tower up on the side of the screen here so that we can see what we're working with. And I have tried my best to mimic the shape of this tower. And I think it's a good height. Might be a little big. We'll see if it just towers over the hills once we put it in the actual game. But I think it's a good shape for sure, and we can get started here. We can always shrink the middle if we need to. And I've kind of done it in these different colors so that it's easier to count how many are in each row. And then basically what I want to do now is go and collect a bunch of the materials I need from the reference image here. So like stones and moss and clay and deep slate and packed mud and all that good stuff. Get a bunch of it on the server and then start to build out this shape. So this is just what we're working with now, and I will head over to the server and get those resources, and we will start to build this shape. I've transitioned the tower into the survival world, and I've built up the scaffolding around it so that we can easily access the walls. I think I might need one layer here so that we can reach this thin wall, but it's big. It's real big. I've gotten some second opinions, and everyone thinks it'll be good. I think it's big, but we'll give it a shot and we'll see what happens. All right, so I've been doing some work. We had the outline in place before, and now I've gone through and built up the whole tower with this andesite, stone, and tuff mixture. And then I've gone around and I've kind of like cut out these sections where I'm going to fill it with moss. Then after I fill it with moss, I'm going to cut out some sections to fill with packed mud. Try to make it have these different textures going different directions. Like the packed mud will be more vertical, and the moss is more like swooping around like vines. And so I just need to go collect a bunch of moss so we can put it in here. But let's just drop on down here and go give it kind of a look from a distance. It's kind of hard to see what it really looks like due to the scaffolding around it, but there she is, big old stone tower. And you can imagine moss kind of spiraling its way up it. And then I might need to bring one thing of moss down here and then some like extra details with some rocks and some packed mud, but I think it looks pretty good for now, and I'm excited to keep working on it. All right, I destroyed all of the scaffolding, and I've got us a nice view of the whole server. If you can hear ducks in the background, it's because my two baby ducklings are in my room right now, and they are just hanging out, so they shouldn't be too much of a bother. But this is what it looks like. I think it is looking really nice. We've got moss growing around it. We've got lots of texture. I liked a lot of the texture. It's pretty gray, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it works the way it is. And this little packed mud strip is going up it. I think it adds a little bit of flavor. Next would be the top. We got to build the redstone elevator going up, and then we've got to build the wizard tower, the top to the wizard tower, and then blend it into the ground a little more down there. I might try to get some vines growing on it. I think some vines could look cool. They might get too long, but we can always trim them down. But I think it looks wonderful right now. I love these little rocks, these 4 stairs that we turn to look like rocks. And of course, the mini blocks are useful as ever. It's so helpful to have them around. So I'm thinking it's looking really cool. It looks cool from the paths. If you're like walking here, you just see this massive wizard tower. And from the distance, we get this big wizard tower with these towns to the left and right of it. I think it's come together super, super well. All right, so I've been doing some work on the elevator, and when I turn around, there's going to be maybe something a little new that you can see above us, but let's not look up for a second. This down here is going to be our elevator, so it'll be a 3x3, and it will take us up. It will start in the middle, take us down here to our storage area, and then if we'd like, it can take us all the way up to the top of the wizard tower. And it takes a little bit of redstone. We're going to have to do some design changes to these arches due to how low this sits, but it does kind of fit pretty well in this area, and I think we'll have plenty of room up there at the top.
but I've only finished these 2 layers for now. We can probably just replace this with some deep slate and make these arches a little less deep, and then we should be good to go. And then underneath us here, we can kind of see it through here, but we've got a whole bunch of redstone going on down here as well. It's pretty complicated. I just followed a tutorial from Blarg, or capital B capital L A G, and he was very good at describing it and helping me through it all. But we can give a little test here. So we press that button and it takes us up, and then it's going to stop us at the next floor. And so if that top layer was finished, we could press this button again and it would send us even further up. But since that layer is not done, we'll keep going forever. Or we could press this button, which will take us back down. And I think we'll be able to spruce up these walls a little bit so that it's not just redstone everywhere. But I'll play with that once we've gotten the 3rd floor done. So I'm going to finish up that 3rd floor, try to block this in a little bit, make it look a little nicer. But we've got the elevator and it's doing what we want. Good news, I got the elevator shafts complete. They're not that fancy or anything, but it does what it needs to do. And you know, when we're going up an elevator, there's not much prettiness you can make it, especially when it has to be immovable blocks, which limits us to essentially glazed terracotta, and that's about it. So I also completed this little area. So this is where the elevator will start at most of the time, and this will be the area that we enter into through our secret door. And I think that's going to be the next thing I'm going to work on. Got the elevator shaft, we got the tower. We need to put the top on the tower and do the secret door, and then that's basically it. So I want to get the secret door cranked out, have like a little passkey I can spit in it and it'll give it back to me or something like that. So keep an eye on. I'll let you know how that goes. Alright, I've made a fancy door. So if we take the elevator up, it'll stop us here on the ground floor. And then you might see the area is a little smaller, but we can go around here, press this button, and we can leave. It's nice and hidden, and then we just gotta like put this down, and then we can do a little boop and walk right in. So it's kind of like a little secret entrance with the this. Now I did see just a second ago that it was waterlogged, but there's no water around. I don't know how that would have happened, but I was kind of banking on it disappearing on its own over time, so that there wasn't an obvious thing here. But maybe we can put some leaves in the way, and then we can jump into the leaves and hit it, and then we can like jump on it, because if we do this, it opens as well, and then we have free access to our elevator up and down. I think it works pretty well. It's not too bad. Alright, I've been playing around with the basic shape of the top area. Okay, this is looking pretty good. So the example I had used a lot of these functional blocks as decorative, like the loom and the smithing table and the composter. Never done that before, so I thought I would give it a shot and see what it looks like. I think it's looking pretty good right now. The one we're kind of basing it off of has like a building sticking out on the side here, and I plan to work that in eventually. And I need to get some darker wood to kind of start to make the house building on top. So I'm going to dive back down the elevator shaft to the bottom and try to grab that other wood and give it a shot, and we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty, so I got a lot more of the roof done. It is getting a little late, so I think I'll probably be done here soon, but got some windows, 3 windows around the sides, and then we've added in this little sticky outy bit on this side. It's going to be an extra room, and now it's really just up to building the wizard tower spike on the top. So this should be pretty fun, and that will really put the full shape on this wizard tower. But I think it's looking pretty awesome. I'm liking the way it looks right now, and I'm excited to see what it looks like with the wizard tower on top. I got some pretty good work done on the roof. Let's fly over here so we can give it a look. Alrighty, so we've got a nice pointy roof. It's got some like geodes inset in it. The reference image had some different colors, but I kind of thought they looked like they could be like geodes. So I tried to put some geode pieces in there, and I think it turned out pretty good. And then got these nice little bubble features on top. I think they really make the point. And you know, the edge isn't my favorite. It's kind of hard to make it work with the shape we have, but
looking from different angles, it seems pretty alright. I found a really cool angle over here where if we stand like right underneath this, you can see the entire structure up there, that's just so cool. Right from the first build to the last build, able to see it. It looks awesome. There we can see it in the whole thing. I tried to light it up with some lanterns so the mobs wouldn't spawn as much, but you know, they're still here. It's gonna be hard to light everything up. So at this point, it's really just interior time. There's a lot of room to work with up there, as one can imagine with how big it is. So hopefully we don't get it. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, ow, my lighter broke. Well, I will work on the interior and then I will show it to you guys. But suffice it to say, there's a big room up there. We should have no problem fitting a nice little bedroom and enchantment station up there. And I need to go get my lighter repaired.
Alrighty, if we fly on in here off the roof, we can see the enchantment room. I did some nice strips of amethyst up top, some nice viney leaves, kind of like the basement. We got lots of bookshelves where you can take books in and out. We've got a bunch of lecterns with books and quills on them. Got this enchantment table in the middle, a bunch of mini blocks around it. Got this little alcove here. We've got more books to be stored. Kind of just a neat little magic looking area. We've got a neat floor pattern that I found that I liked. Some trees growing in the corners. I think it looks really good. I don't think this is actually a level 30 enchantment station, but you know, we got everything we could ever need. Like we don't ever need to enchant again. I'm not too worried about that. I like the ominous ring of lecterns. I think it makes it feel occult and like there's some kind of dark magic going on here. And then eventually we'll be able to go up a ladder, down a ladder to the main bedroom, which is going to be right underneath us. But for now, I think it's also late, so I'm gonna head off to bed. But gotten a lot more work done today, and I think tomorrow the base could be finished up. We could be finished, ready to review what we've done on the server and call it for now, and look forward to season 5.5 and season 6. Pretty exciting. I've really enjoyed making this world, and everything we've done with it has been so much fun. And it's probably it is the best building in Redstone I've ever done before, and I'm happy that so many of you have decided to watch it with me. So as we put the final room in the building, we don't need to be sad that the season's ending, because there's plenty more content to come, with the Cobblemon season starting up in April and season 6 being heavily worked on already. So Create SMP is not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. We've got plenty of stuff to do. There she is, the tower all complete and finished. Now we can just head on into our little secret entrance, make our way in where no one knows, and then we can go ahead and take the elevator up this long elevator shaft. Now, the elevator shaft might be long and it might not move too quick, but it's pretty cool that it can go up and then come back down. Like, that is... I tried to figure it out on my own for a while, and until I found that tutorial, I didn't think it was possible, but we did it. We've got an up and down elevator, and when we get to the top here, we're gonna see the bedroom, the actual living place. For the first time on this server, I have an actual living place. I've been living out of the trees in the movie theater, and then on top of the base of the tower, and then in the storage room, but now we have an actual place to sleep and live. We've got lots of bookshelves around. All of our like rewards from the boss fights are displayed. We've got my head up here, some other tools. We've got some note blocks and discs, and we've got some other cool stuff. The head of Vivos, and we've got our spawn set here. So we actually have a place to reside. And if we go up here, we can see lots of materials stacked around. We could essentially live up in this bunker for a very long time without ever having to come down. We could go into our magical studies and live up here in the top of our wizard tower. I think this area turned out super cool. I'm very happy with the way it looks. I really was worried about this space. It was kind of small. I didn't know what we would do with it, but I mean, these panels were 3x3. They were alternating. It all turned out super well. I think it looks amazing. And if we just go up this ladder and up this ladder as well, we will be in the enchantment room that I already showcased. I'm very happy with how everything turned out. I think the whole area is wonderful, and in order to make sure we get a good look at everything before we end this episode, I have enlisted my friend Spirit Animal Gaming. Spirit Animal Gaming has been one of the creators on this server who's been making videos with us, and he is going to come and I'm going to give him a tour of the base along with you guys so that we can really see everything and have one final send off for the base. We can get started. So you've seen this before. This is
I have.
This is just the basic area, the first day one, and if you stand here and you look up this way, you might notice that there's quite a sight to see.
Oh, there's something a little different that I haven't seen in since I've been on last.
I think it's kind of cool that we can see the final build from the first build, and it's like framed up there. So if we make our way this way, it out. We can head on to the valley. Now, I don't know when the last time you were here was, but I have completely forested this entire valley.
Yes, I see that now. This was not, none of this was here.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a hidden grotto.
Yeah, so if you take a look here, you can see the wizard tower and the forest I've made. I hand planted every single one of these trees.
Rough.
And I did like a combination of spruce and oak to try to make it feel a little bit more detailed. Look at you, you're gliding. And I even put little stone heads around everywhere in the forest to make
I do
it
see
feel
that.
more
That's
real.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then do you have buttons too?
Oh no, no buttons. But if you look off in the distance on the hill behind the tower, you may notice that I have replaced most of the dirt with stone to make it look more hilly. So if we continue on this way, we'll make it to the villager town. So this was the town that was built by Cat. There's supposed to be a door there, but I think a zombie took it down.
Happens.
And so yeah, this is the villager town. So Cat built all of the buildings, and then I did the scenery.
I definitely seen. I've seen this. Maybe not this wheat farm, but I saw your dead tree and then all the path around. But I have not. The wheat farm was new.
Yeah, I added the wheat farm, and then there's the zombie house over here where the zombie's supposed to live. And then each of these buildings...
These guys are totally blocked in, huh?
Yeah, they can't escape the town, and they're safe in here, except for the zombie that's apparently on the loose. And if we come in here, down in the basement, there's a sleeping quarters for them all, so that they can restock their trades.
Do they need... They don't think they need beds. I think they just
might
need
not, but they were sad. They were like standing around at night.
They used to definitely need beds, or at least maybe bedrock was that way or something.
Over here. But each of these houses has an interior. I don't got any of that hollow houses. They've all got stuff going on. This one's more like a food house. They cook here. This one's the librarian. These are the only two guys that are locked away because I can't trust them.
I know.
They're too special.
I've met these guys.
And then we've got the blacksmith's house over here where they do the forging.
I don't think I've looked inside of every building. I knew the library and then that one.
Yeah, and then this is the town hall. Empty. So it has the villager breeder underneath it. But we've got.
I think they're conducting a meeting.
Yeah. And I can pull more villagers out whenever. I think I hear it running. I think there's like 1 million babies down here. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of villagers. Don't. We'll leave them down there.
Time to ruin your trades.
Yeah. So as we walk along here, you can watch the rivers. You may see some items slow down. Every single one of these rivers has a redstone farm connected to it, and it just pours items into the main river that goes down into the sorting system. And so we've got.
I need some items.
There's bamboo will come out of here. I think we got honey coming out of this side. We've got sugarcane and string coming out of here. Iron comes out of this one. There's a cobblestone farm in here, which literally produced so much cobblestone that it overflowed all of my systems.
You had to shut it off.
Yeah, I had to shut it off. And then I have an automatic wheat farm up on the hill over there, but it doesn't work because of a bug with the autocrafter, and I can't figure out what's wrong with it. But it does make
autocrafter. What do you wait? So like for like a hay bale is what you're saying?
No, so it uses villagers that harvest, and then they try to give each other wheat, and it falls into a hopper.
Yes.
And then it puts it into an autocrafter and turns it into bread. But for some reason,
Oh.
it's supposed to dispense the bread out into a water stream. But whenever I log off and log back on, it swaps
stops.
out bread with the wheat that's in the auto crafter, and then it can't craft anymore because it's got bread stuck in it. And I don't know why.
Okay.
Every time I test it in a creative world, it works, and then it just doesn't here. So chalking it up to server problems.
Probably.
So we're making our way up to the windmill, the start of the farm. So this is just a nice little windmill, and forget about what I said about the interiors, because I didn't do the interior on this one.
Oh, okay.
And then as we walk through the farm here, we've got more custom trees that I stole from Jared. And then we've got
there you go.
the cool
That you
farm
stole.
areas.
You're like, okay, copy and paste.
Yep. He had them in his base, and I thought they looked cool, so I had him show me how to make them. And then there's like some pumpkins growing around here, because I didn't need a whole field of pumpkins. I just needed some.
You say that until, dude, best villager trades to get emeralds or pumpkins.
Oh yeah. I've got a lot of iron if I need to trade with villagers.
You
So
right.
then I built this barn recently. I don't know if you've seen it before.
I feel like maybe I just seen it in the video. I don't know. Have you
Yeah.
put it in a video?
Yeah, it was
maybe
in one of the
that's thing.
videos. So if you look over here, this is actually your suggestion. This bubble column takes all of my roses from the iron farm.
Oh,
and it
straight
puts
to
them up here into a bone meal generator.
It's not an efficient bone meal thing, but
It's
you know,
very
you get
slow,
something
but
out
it
of
does something.
Yeah, very slow.
And that's
If
all
you-
that I
if you
really
know, if you
figured
sit
out
here-
what to put up here. So
I'd say if you sit here for 3 days, you might have a full row. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I wasn't willing to wait, and I bought your shop out like 3
Yeah.
times of bones. So
Oh, and I did not fill it back up yet.
I bought a lot
that's
of
fine.
bone blocks from you. So I've got all my
Yeah.
chickens and my sheep in here. I don't really have a reason to breed them up, but they're there
No
if
one
I need
does
them.
really. I mean, once you get the golden carrots, like why are we
I actually don't
messing
have
with
golden
villagers? Why
carrots.
are we
I just
messing with
live off bread.
that? You have, dude. Okay, hold on.
I got an automatic
Bread
bread
is-
farm, man.
I know you do, but you got to be eating every 3 seconds.
I mean, you're right. It's bad.
Bread is awful. Like I used to be a full believer of baked potatoes, and
Oh,
then I'm
yeah?
like, man, baked potatoes are terrible. They're awful. They do not last long. Because I was like, it's easy to get. You can smelt it up pretty quick, but they don't last. They don't like golden carrots, man. It's like the only way to go.
So now we're standing underneath the wizard tower. The final build of the base. So if you follow me back here, we've got to enter in secretly.
Hold on. I gotta do this. We're at the wizard tower.
Oh.
Fireball.
No! Fire tick is on. It's not on.
Oh,
I
I
hate
was
fire
saying.
tick.
I was like,
So
I hope not.
So this is like supposed to be reminiscent of like a Rapunzel tower. So there's not really a way in, except for I have a secret little way, and you have to have a hoe to get in. So drop down in this hole with me, and hold W because I don't think you have a hoe on you. There we are.
Oh,
We
so
sneak
you
in.
have an observer
Yep.
on a wheat.
So if
Or
you
on a
hoe it,
dirt
and then
block.
it turns to dirt over time. Oh,
And is this the?
wait, hold on.
This was
I
the
need
thing
to-
that was just out in the open before, wasn't it?
Hold on, I didn't bring the elevator back down. Stay here for a second. So now we can step onto the elevator, and you can click the left button to go up or the right button to go down.
I haven't seen up.
We've got this big old
Yeah, I'm
elevator
scared.
shaft. A little dark, a little spooky.
Do
But
I have anything that emits light? Obsidian emits light.
it's a primitive
No,
elevator.
it doesn't. Crying obsidian does. I don't got any. Oh, I do got something that emits light.
No,
Flint and
no.
steel. We will get stuck. And I don't think I have rockets.
Yeah,
I
I
did
don't
not
either. I
bring
used my
anything.
last one earlier when I was flying around looking at the
Gage,
base.
Gage gave me a big ol' yunk of rockets, but I just, for whatever reason, don't have any on me.
So now we have entered into my final
Nice.
home. Like, I've lived this entire server sleeping in the movie theater or
Outside.
in the storage area. And now
Oh.
I have an actual bedroom. And it's got all my relics up along the sides of it and all of our boss rewards. And then this is kind of like spoils of
Alchemy.
items and such. Yep. Got a nice chandelier in the middle. And if we continue
I just
our
got a
way
nice
up,
little-
we've got a nice enchantment room up here. Just finished these 2 rooms, so they're gonna be fresh on everyone's mind. But this is the top of the tower, and if we peek out the sides, we can kind of like look over the base, and we can take flight from here if we need to with the elytra.
That is, you know, every base needs one of these
Mhm.
landing platforms with the elytra. Is anything over here? Chest.
Got some lapis to the bottom.
This is familiar.
Yeah,
not
you've
the
likely
mine shaft.
seen this many a time.
Man, terracotta.
storage
That
room.
glazed terracotta storage room. Been here. One of these buckets has some flowers in it, or maybe not anymore.
Yeah, so down here
Like,
we've got the
no more
super
properties.
smelter, and this thing will auto sort stuff into the main sort stations, and we've got the storage silos that have all filled up. Like if you come look at, I have so much honey. like my honey farm
Bees-
is ridiculously impressive,
The
and it auto
bees
crafts
do be
it.
efficient.
It auto crafts the bottles into honey blocks, and then spits the bottles back into the system, so you never have to craft more bottles. It's just automatic.
That's nuts. Oh, it's nighttime. Wait, is it
It
nighttime or is it just dark?
No, it is nighttime. Well, there you go. That's the whole base tour.
Hey, I think you're officially the first house up on the server, at least substantially.
At least a building.
I've seen dirt huts, but I haven't seen any real builds yet. It looks awesome. Yep. House in 9 diamonds. That's crazy. How long did you think it took you?
Maybe about, if I actually sitting down doing it, probably 8 hours.
It's almost dead. Where'd they go? Yes!
See what's on
Boom. Relic. It's just sitting in here. It's just sitting in this nether fortress. All right, let's see what it is. I'm gonna clear out some junk, so I've got space for it. Okay, this is gonna be our second relic after the hovering inferno boots. Look at that thing. The overgrown.
There's a tarp. Hi, Mr. Dragon. Anyone? Is anybody up here? Village. Got the dragon head though. Ah.
Die!
Ow. Ow.
Die! Yes! No!
Oh.
Behind you! You fool!
Wait.
He's gonna die.
Please.
Where'd he go?
I got him!
Yeah, he's
Free
dead.
me!
I'm going to heaven, boys.
Going to heaven.
Whoa!
This server has brought so many good times with so many different people, and I hope you enjoyed. Those are just a few moments of some of my favorite moments from the server. And as we walk back to the Wizard Tower, I just want to say thank you all for all the support we've gotten on these videos. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos that people like and enjoy, and seeing so many people tune in to these videos has been a lifelong goal for me, and having the second episode hit 1,000 views and reaching 100 subscribers throughout this journey, it's been absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you all enough. And I'm hoping that you all will continue to follow me through the journey of the Create SMP. And this is season 5, but it's the first season that we've actually made videos on, and we've done content with. And I hope that you guys follow us to season 6 so that we can make it even bigger and better. The plans we have in store, the plans we've already been working on are huge, and if we can deliver, it would be the coolest thing many of us have ever built. And a lot of us mods are just doing this for fun, and we just love the Create SMP, and we love building in Minecraft, and that recognition that we get on YouTube is all the payment we could ever want. Is seeing people enjoy the stuff we built, and seeing these players and these other YouTubers make videos on the world that we designed. It means everything to us, and it's the reason why we do it. And I'm very happy with the way this server turned out. I completed the whole project. I was able to enjoy it in survival while also watching over as the moderator of the server and getting to see everything everyone else did, and having Spirit Animal Gaming and Bearded Bevy make content on the server was amazing to see. I loved watching their videos every week when they came out and seeing what they were up to and getting to watch the boss fights from their perspective. And so I've got this book here, and it's got a little thank you note to everyone who's watched these videos and who has supported us in this journey. And it's going to stay here immortalized in the server. When we export the save here in a while, when the server closes down and we start up 5.5 with Cobblemon and we work our way to season 6, it's going to stay here in the save file forever. A big thanks to everyone who followed this journey with me. Season 5 has been better than we could have ever imagined, and support on YouTube has been great. I hope you all continue to watch with season 5.5 and 6 coming in the future. Thanks again. And that will stay here in the magnum opus of the season, our wizard tower, the thing we've been working toward the whole time, the center of our plan, and we did it. We completed it. This is the end of season 5, but season 6 is to come soon, and season 5.5 will be there to hold you over. So keep watching the content, subscribe. The more subscribers we can get, the more people can see all this amazing work we do and all this fun we have. And keep watching the videos, keep sharing, keep liking. It really is all the payment we could ever ask for this server. It's just the recognition and the smiles that we grant people on YouTube. So thank you all, and we'll see you when season 5.5 starts. Did you enjoy this season of the Create SMP? Don't fear, season 5.5 featuring Cobblemon will start in April. The creation of season 6 is well underway. And keep an eye out for other episodes from Keel. Like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.